Mambo vipi ladies and gentlemen, welcome ndani ya Mkenya Marekani. Kama kawaida, this is the show that highlights everything that happens here in Washington. We feature a lot of stories, we feature a lot of African Kenyans, doing extraordinary, and we also talk about how you can migrate to America. And today is that season where we'll be talking about green card. Green card nakwambia is a major thing that you need to grab that opportunity, because it's only for 1 month. It's only for 1 month and it goes until next year. We don't want you to lose that opportunity. This is a golden opportunity for 55,000 people all over the world. I know it's millions who apply, but you never know. Hauwezi kosa kujua. Inaweza kuwa show yako ya kipekee alafu kuwa unaangukia, and it's a very easy process, by the way, rahisi sana. And today first of all we'll be talking about how to fill the green card. Okay, we'll be talking about how to fill the green card. Number 2, we'll be talking about the picture, the quality of the picture, because I have a professional photographer anajulikana kama Tony Shira. Atakuwa anakuja hapa hivi. He is one of the people here, also a content creator, na nimeona akiwa loud and clear. Sijui kama unanisikiza, unaniona. You can talk to me nyuma ya tent. Nice one. So guys, if you're tuned in, welcome so much. This is Mkenya Marekani, a platform where we educate you. Information is power, and this is a show that you do not want to miss. Keep it here ndani ya Mkenya Marekani. And since Tony is here, I don't know how long he's gonna be here, but let me invite Mr. Tony, because he'll be talking about photography and the image quality that you need for you to ace that opportunity to come to America. So ladies and gentlemen, bila kuzembea, tuite mkubwa ambaye anajulikana kama Tony Shira. Yes sir.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up bro? How's it going?
Good. Mambo?
Fiti sana. Tumetulia mazee. Hapa tunachanuana 1 2 1 2.
Lazima tuchanuane bana.
Yeah.
Hii mtaa lazima tu share ideas, watu wajue vile kuenda how about these things.
Yes.
Ndio pia tujijenge na tujenge wengine.
Kabisa.
Nashukuru sana bana kuni-invite Mkenya Marekani this would be like the first time as a guest.
So pigia Tony Shira.
Shukran.
So ladies and gentlemen, wacha kwanza introduce. Tony Shira akona titles mob, by the way. So introduce yourself first, alafu to move from there.
Wow, okay. So thanks everybody. Thank you Mkenya Marekani for having me on the show. My name is Tony Shira. Kuna watu wananijua kama Antoism. I am a consultant on talent, but currently running a show called the TCTV1 USA. It's on YouTube. TCTV1 USA is a channel dedicated to diaspora affairs, and I say we give content that impacts the world. And then niko na channel ya mambo zetu za hapa na za nyumbani hapa na Jamhuri, inaitwa The Tony Shira Show. It's also on YouTube. But other than that, I run a studio called the Tony Shira Studios. Basically, Tony Shira is a brand name, and niko na a studio in Kent, which I'm sure as we go by, when you allow in, maybe I can take guys through the studio and what happens up in here, just so that they know what we do. So basically, I'm a photographer, video content creator. I have a channel on YouTube, 2 of them, and I'm a talent consultant. So you can call me a resource person.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, Tony, bro, we'll hit direct the story that we have ahead of us.
Right.
Ya green card. Na before tuanze kujaza green card, lazima mtu akuwe na kwa hii 2025 green card lottery. Mtu kitu ya kwanza yenye unahitaji kuwa nao kwa mkono ni picture.
Photo.
Twanga photo.
Haya. Hiyo photo.
So tuambie specifics za hiyo picture.
We'll go into the details of that, but first of all, before you even decide to apply for this, you must be from an eligible country.
Yeah.
Kuna nchi zingine ambazo, so basically what happens is that the US government allocates countries a quota, a number of applications that they will issue to people. So Kenya, for example, is I think 55,000 a year, and that number, not Kenya alone.
The
It's
whole
55. Yeah, the whole world.
world, entire
Yeah,
world.
per year is 55,000. So and that is distributed because the whole idea why it's called diversity DV is diversity lottery. It's to increase the diversity of people from all over the world that are in the US. So basically, that's the thinking behind it. And that means then for countries that have achieved a good number, for example, if you think about Nigeria, they are not eligible to participate because there is already enough Nigerians in the US already. So they don't need more Nigerians at the moment. And that's been on this year, last year, and the other year. So basically, lazima
I think to make that point clear, it's not that they don't need Nigeria. They want to create more opportunity for other people who have. There's other opportunities za Nigeria za kuja huku, but for green card wamake up kwa sababu previously a lot of Nigerians won green card, so wakasema
hiyo target number yao ilikuwa imefika.
Equal opportunities to other countries.
Thanks.
So that we don't run into war against Nigeria. Just so you know.
Yeah. Thanks for that clarification. So basically, so there are countries that are eligible, and so you must be coming from an eligible country. And if you're not from an eligible country, you probably are associated with someone that is from that country, for example, by way of marriage. So that is the basis, number one. Number two, then you must be an adult mwenye umefikisha miaka 18 ama uko na kitambulisho, you know. So for Kenyans wenye wamefikisha miaka 18 they can participate, and then this year and last year they don't require that anybody has a passport, so you can apply without a passport. And when I talk about a passport, let me clarify this. Kuna watu wanasikiaga passport wanafikiria passport ni kale kapicha ka 2x2. Okay, so
kuna passport document.
Passport is the travel document.
Kuna
passport size photo. Passport size picture, passport size photo is the 2x2, which guidelines are given actually on the website when you go in, what is required. Now to hack that is the tricky part, because sio picha yote square which means it's a 2x2, all right, but sio zote ziko kwa the size in terms of resolutions and the pixels that are required. So essentially, a picture is supposed to be between, that's a passport size photo for this purpose, is supposed to be between 60 KB to 240 KB. Now I know some of you people, probably some people have gone to try and upload. They have a 2x2 picture. Unaenda kuupload inakataa kuingia. Okay. Two things could be the reason. One, it's probably heavier than 240 KB. If it is heavier than 240 KB, haita upload, itakataa. If it is too light, that means, okay, some people have tried to, you can snake in even up to 40 KB, but then it will pixelate, you know. Down when now they run it will pixelate. In other words, itatokea na box, so it will not be showing clearly. So to hack that size has been the challenge for most people, and so that's where now you need to get a professional or someone to actually look at that. Now beyond that, the other reasons that I think would be nice to also talk about, Gary. When it comes to this process, when you're thinking about the photo, in terms of the size and positioning, if you visit the government tool, the travel.gov, the travel.
Yeah, I think I able to you can share your screen as you speak. Kama unatumia nini?
Natumia simu. I didn't log in through the computer.
Okay, I'll share screen for you.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, and then I can yeah, you know. Are you there? Okay, so Right. So basically, as he goes on to do that, there is the size and positioning, which means like picha yenye unapiga. Kwa hiyo in the frame, what we call the frame is what you see on the photo, which is supposed to have a plain white background. Whatever the the image that is in there's the image and there's the frame. The frame is the square, the box that you hold. That is the picture. So there's a question of the size and position. Sometimes unaweza pata picha maybe imesongelea kando sana, iko kando sana kwa frame. That is a problem. Okay, so are you on the just go to photo tool.
Photo tool. Okay. Well,
yeah.
let me go to photo tool.
Yeah. You can even search it up there, like search photo tool. You can just search photo tool on any plane. Yeah.
I can just Google up here.
Travel.state.gov photo tool. Ama type pale juu, Gary.
Yeah.
TSG dot photo tool is one word. Then dot state.
Photo tool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there you. Yeah. Yep.
There you
We're
go.
there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you look to the right, pale juu utaona size and position. So basically, these are things that are very, very available. They are right there, for you to actually be able to see. So just just go. If you look at those pictures now, we're talking about basic examples right here. If you click on size and position, just click on, yeah, there you go. So you can see like the guys when you work on your X, like someone has taken a picture now of kule pembeni, so the image is supposed to be within that square box, right? But then if your image is moving to the far left or far right, that is a problem. If it is moving too high, meaning that headroom, hii space iko between kichwa yako na mahali box imefika, is too thin, it's too small, then there's a problem. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you're too far, like the lady to the bottom right, kale kadogo, next, the next one, yeah, that one. Okay, so if you look at that now, this is what we call when we're talking about the image to frame ratio. The image is too small. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that cannot be processed. It's not acceptable. So you might actually take a picture like this, upload it, na ichukue. Okay, but obviously ikienda pale kwa filtering utaanguka. So I usually tell people, don't assume that because ati umekuja hapa kwa kuupload picha ika-upload sasa imekubalika, you've done the right thing. No, there are all these parameters that we're talking about. So basically, if you look at the first image that is up there, is what is recommended. And I need to mention at this point that as you're thinking about this guy, think about mtu mwenye ni maybe ni dame or a lady, and she has hair that is up her head. Okay, so what basically happens in that case, it means that the eyes will be lower, the size of the body will be lower, but then there's a ratio that they've given when you're calculating, and I think probably down that way we'll probably find it. Let's go to the next one on pose and expression. Okay, there we go. So I know this has been a question that many people ask, and some people have come to my studio and they ask me, am I supposed to smile? or am I not supposed to smile? As long as you're not showing your teeth, right? So it's fine to look friendly. I've seen some people also, get very, very serious, almost to the point of, yani unanyenyekea mpaka karibu
Bro ni background yenye tumetoka. We picha ya ID, nani Mkenya alikuwa na smilingi?
Oh, by the way,
Nani?
let me tell you, I worked for the registration of persons department, and I was allocated that department. For some weird reason, I was the one taking photos, and I tried to tell people, don't look like umefiwa, you know.
So wewe kwa picha yako ulikuwa umesmile?
Yeah,
Ya ID.
friendly. I can show you.
Bro,
I can show you.
mi hata nisiseme. Flash ilikuwa ya kiberiti, unawasha kiberiti chwa, alafu ndio hiyo light ya kiberiti chwa.
Right. So it's good to look friendly. Okay.
Yeah.
So not laughing. Basically not laughing. So your mouth is not open. In other words, your lips are together. All
Yeah.
right.
Like you're not frowning. Easy.
Yeah.
Unajua kuna hizi 111, matatu za 111 hapa. Unazitoa kiasi.
Zile za hapa, you're lemoning your face.
Yeah.
Right. If you look at the next photo, the problem there is that the head is tilted too far low. In other words, ameinamisha kichwa sana. It's too far low. Okay.
Yeah.
And that means then, in terms of orientation, that is not a straight face, because basically what is supposed to happen is that the camera level is supposed to be at the same level with your head level. So the lens imepimana na macho yako, so kama umeketi kwa kiti na imeinuliwa juu, mahali macho yako imefika, pia the camera is supposed to be at the same level. The one right below it is the opposite. That is a camera, just push it up a little. The one right below it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with a lot of comments already on our platforms.
All right, I'll appreciate. I'll be happy to respond to any questions probably later. Okay, so the one right below the one we were discussing is the opposite. So this guy's head is lifted too far up. Okay, so in other words, same thing that we were saying. If your eye level is not the same level as the camera level, then your chin goes up or goes too far low, and that's a problem. So basically, that's that. Let's go to the next tool, which discusses glasses, or what you wear basically. So glasses are a no, technically they are not allowed. But they do under certain circumstances. If you can't see without glasses completely, under certain circumstances they allow for that, but you have to have a medical letter accompanying your application in that case. So I've seen that. So basically, hakuna kuvaa kofia. Let's go to the next one about the dress code. Hakuna kuvaa kofia.
Actually, this is a very good point. Let me. This is a very good. I have people here asking me if Muslim they come to the US through green card. Actually, there's a lot of people from where is it? Somalia. People
everywhere.
From South Sudan, Arab Emirates,
Saudi,
US does not alienate anybody because of religious background. Actually, let me just tell you one. Kuna Wakenya saizi wanasemanga hawezi fanya job fulani because ama hawezi toa ile karibon ketu kwa Wakenya aka kitu kama mkono ati kwa sababu ni cultural. So US ina respect culture, ina respect religion. Unaweza jiform hata your own religion. So
in fact, I think it's best to say that encourages people to actually practice their culture.
It's good we came to that context hapa hivi ndio nionyesha wase ya kwamba people because unaona hata picha ya Kiislamu, huyo ni msichana wa Kiislamu, sijui kama ni kwa sababu ya hijab tunamuita wa Kiislamu, lakini akivaa hijab tunajua ni wa Kiislamu. So na wametumia mfano yake, so it means you cannot be barred from coming to US because of your background, religious or inclination, whatever it is, as long as wewe si terrorist, wewe si unajua watu wanakuwa na notion ati since unatoka kwa yani Kiarabu ama nini, you are a bad person. No. And US does not look at you in that scope.
Absolutely. So basically what should not happen is that you're not covering the larger part of your mouth, of your face. So
kama sasa huyu vile amevaa.
So if you look at the next picture, the second one, the one to the right, the one with an X, is because she's covering too much of the face, and that's why that is a
It's an X.
no-no. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, if you go to the one below the one in the green, again, this is partial covering, not now by the side of the mouth, but by
Yeah.
the side of the face. She almost has a half, face. So technically what happens with this whole idea is that they need to see your face as much as they can,
Yep.
as most of your face as they can. And
Mhm.
therefore the reason the other huyu jamaa kona dredi mwenye pia amewekewa X is because kuna nywele
Zime hang
zimeblock
out.
part of the face, you know.
Yeah.
So
So dread is mbaya.
dread si mbaya as
It's
long
the
as they're
way,
not covering
yeah.
parts of your face.
Mhm.
And allow me to speak to the question on kuonekana maskio at this
Yeah.
point, because
Mhm.
I've had I've had a lot of questions, people asking sasa hii maskio yangu ni kidogo sana haionekanagi, and sometimes we are even forced to like try and fit some things hapo nyuma ya maskio ndio maskio yaonekane. So
Yeah.
this is the thing. The idea is not primarily to see the ears, but the idea is to have a straight face. Okay.
Mhm.
The idea is to have a face that is straight into the camera. If I can see both ears equally, then it means that your face is straight into the camera,
Yep.
And so it's not much the question of how big your ears are or how visible or outstanding they are, but that it is a straight face, so one can be able to actually see your face fully. So that done, let's go to lighting and shadows, which is another very, very crucial part of this whole photo aspect. Okay, now this is a very, very dramatic page for me because this is the beginning and the end of a good photo. Photography, photo in itself, the word photo is all about is light. Okay,
Mhm.
so if you think about any photograph, any photo, then think about light. Now, what has been happening is that you get some people that tell you, okay, nitakupiga picha, and then amechukua flash, amekuwekea, amepiga picha, and then it looks like the guy on the right, right?
Yeah.
Now, what happens is that the places that you're seeing zikikaa white, they are what zile tulikuwa tunasema kitambo tukigrow up imechomeka, it's flashed out. In other words, you can't see the skin on the person because imeglare ikaisha rangi, so it's just
Yeah.
a white reflection of nothing. All right, so that will not be that is not a correct photo. Again, let me remind you, unaweza kuwa na picha kama hiyo, and because the size agrees, ukuje kuupload at the point of application ikubalike, but that
Mhm.
does not make it right. Ikifika huko
Yep.
mbele, filtering itatupwa nje,
Yeah.
right? So
Because
that's why it's very,
unaangalia
very
aspect ratio haiwezi.
yes. Aya, let's go to this lady with the gray hair, right? Now, if you look at this lady, part of the face is visible, meaning light ilikuwa inatoka direction moja, all
Yeah.
right? And the other side is too black. Now, ideally, the picture should be able to make someone that is looking at you recognize you. So meaning, if it is dark on one side, then that person is struggling to figure out who you are, and it is not possible for them to do that. So basically, that's why this picture is rejected, other than her looking down, of course, which is also something that we are seeing here. Then the one on the far right for that lady, mwanzo amevaa glasses. You remember what we said about glasses? They are a no. And then her fringe, nywele imefunika uso, So again, the face needs to be visible, and so all that needs to be parted. So kitambaa mtu anaweza fungia pale as long as it's not concealing part of your face. All right? So inaweza fungiwa pale juu, but not letting the hair block part of your face. Let's go to the next one on background. Yeah. So it is advised that the pictures are taken on a plain white background. That's what they say, plain white background. But as you can see, neutral. What is defined in photography as neutral backdrop is allowed. And neutral backdrop is basically, it could be a little gray, a little off-white, a little creamish. All that is acceptable. Okay, as long as it's not the dramatic bushes that you're seeing in the pictures that we are showing you, right? Where there are distractions going on. There are distractions, in the background. And
Yeah.
I've had those issues. Like I try to help people. Like there are some people that are, want to apply na wako pale nyumbani, or sijui mtoi yuko shule, they cannot get permission to leave school now. And by the way, guys, I always tell you, starting July, August, I released a notice in June, and June, July, August, Apple, telling guys it's time for guys to start taking photos if they intend to have their kids, applying for the green card, because a photo must be within 6 months of the time of application. So if it is older than 6 months, it's not eligible. And then some people try to cut corners, wanasema ai watajuaje. So guys, here's the thing. Every digital photo has something that is called a timestamp. Okay. And that timestamp is metadata that is attached to a picture that when you run says this picture was taken when. It can even go to where, depending on the equipment, the permissions that were granted on that equipment. It was taken where, what time, we using what camera, what lens, at what distance, all that information is on that picture. So you can't cut corners and decide that I can sneak in a picture from last time. No, it doesn't work like that. So watu wako nyumbani, kama mtoto yuko shule, ngojea atoke, ama go speak to the mwalimu, go with a photographer, akikubali muende mpige picha, but msipigie picha mbele ya Atlas ama mpigie picha mbele ya manyasi. Just look for a plain backdrop, if it is off white, cream, gray, which is neutral, that is fine. Now, to those of us who are tech in photography, I can help, cut out the background from a fairly, a fairly rough surface, in the back. Like for example, tuseme usimamishe mtoto ama mtu kwa ukuta, as long as your ukuta doesn't have multi colors, it's possible to actually cut out that image without losing any detail, including a hair. Because again, picha haifai kuonekana imekatwa, because then that means that photo has been tampered with. And if it is tampered with, then we cannot even trust that is the same person. So I hope guys are understanding when I say we can be able to, cut out the backdrop if the background is not extremely crazy. Okay. But if it is extremely crazy, kama ya uja yuko hapa mbele ya maatlas ama ni mamap, it is very difficult to get into those details and be able to come out with a clean copy without making the picture look like it has been altered. That is actually the word that they use, that a photo must not be altered. So it needs to be you. All right. Now, some people have asked about makeup, because I think that is the other question. Advice is that you go as natural as possible, as minimal makeup as possible, because again, you don't want to create the impression of someone that in case someone meets you ukiwa hauna makeup, hautaijulikana ni wewe. It's like they are two different people. So for the ladies that like to have their makeup, just go minimal. A powder is allowed, to Vaseline kiasi ama Arimis if that's what you use, or whatever the lip gloss that you use. That's okay. Minimal makeup. Let's go to the next one on resolution and quality. So this is hii ni sumbua. Hii hapa ni sumbua, and I hope guys can be able to visualize what we are talking about in terms of resolution. Now, clarity of an image depends on how sharp it appears. Now, let me point at two things that can determine the clarity of an image. Number one, if the lens that you're using is dirty, if the lens is smudged with some oil, hiyo picha hata ufanye nini, it will not be clear, hata ufanye nini. Okay? If the camera resolution is low, you cannot fix that. In other words, if your camera can only take a picture size of say 256 KB, that is as clear as that picture is going to be. Now you can imagine if you take a picture at 256 KB and then you have to crop it down, to reduce it to this size, that clarity disappears, the image looks pixelated. So what you're seeing on the picture on the right, it could be a product of a dirty lens. Okay, so to those that take photos out there, every time clean your lens so that you eradicate the possibility of getting an unclear image, because you might have a super camera, but if your lens is dirty, you will not get a good a clear image. Let's go to the one right below it. The one right below that one is because of a shake. Like when someone is taking the picture, they shake. If they shake again, you don't get a clear, sharp image. That is what you're seeing on the second bottom picture. Yeah, huyo jamaa. Now for this lady, what is happening? Number one, first of all, is the background that is not agreeable, and then you realize what happens is if you have a competing background, and that's what I was talking, what I wanted to talk to as the second item. If you have a competing backdrop, it is very, very easy for the lens to mistake the focus. Like if you're out of focus, you don't know whether it's pointing at the person or the background. So you might end up with the background looking like the subject, and the person who is actually supposed to be the subject ends up being not clear. So that's what you're seeing in as far as that. Let's talk about children, right? For children, as long as you leave the kid without mavitu, all these things that keep the kids busy, that's fine. And usually what they say is that you can lie down a kid kwa baby cot ama kwa kitanda, and take a picture from above, okay, as long as they're looking at the camera. Now it is understood kids are dependents, in other words, what they call derivatives. So they are not the main applicant, all right? So there is some bit of excuse that is allowed for the kids. But if you notice what is happening with this picture yenye imekuwa green, the one on top, yeah, where the top of the head is, right, is equal to, it matches what was there with the other pictures that we've seen that have been marked correct. So in other words, the positioning still has to be correct. Okay. Now, when you look at there's a little document, there's a little picture that defines the millimeters zenye zinafaa kuwa, which now for me, because I've been doing this for quite a number of years, I think this will be like my 6th year doing photography for these applications. I already have a template that has defined the specific height, headroom, mahali macho zinafaa kufit, there's a range, mahali kindevu inafaa kufit, there's a range, okay, so that we can be able to determine the head to the body ratio in that picture. So basically those are the technicals that I would want to talk about. And then of course we talked about facial obstructions, which we've talked about, and maybe you can just go to that as we finish on the photo details. You see the first picture there, that has nothing, has no obstructions. Okay, if you remember the other lady that was in black in a hijab, alikuwa amefunika mdomo sana, so it needs to be as clear as that. That kid, don't put obstructions, mbele yake. Huyu ameficha shingo, we cannot really tell whether it's the same person. Basically, that's just go down kidogo, Gary. Yeah, the one wearing a scarf, right? Yeah, you cannot tell whether it's the same person ama ni mtu mwingine ametokezea huko nyuma. So it needs to show that this is the same person from head to the body. The one at the end is because ameblock uso yake. As we said, the whole entire face needs to be seen. So basically, those are the most important things that we all need to be looking out to when you're taking your picture. It has to be the right resolutions in terms of, like what I said, between 60 and 240 KB. Higher than that, it will be too heavy. It has to be well lit, okay? And then again, your orientation, pose, and what's on your face in terms of what you're wearing and whether you smile or you don't smile. That is very, very important. And when you go to take your picture, those are the considerations that you must must make. And if Gary, you allow me, maybe from the other camera, I can just take guys kidogo into what I have in my studio. So basically for me, it's a very, very heavy investment in terms of it's basically because I've had some people who've come to my studio and they ask, so like I've not been there for like 5 minutes. Is that what I'm paying all that much for? And I tell people it's the investment. So basically, if you look at what we have here is like a fully fledged studio with sufficient lighting, and I hope you guys can see it from there. Okay, I've got 4 sets of light. The overhead ones are just basically supposed to cater for what your face looks like, and then I've got the lower ones which cater for your body, the part of you that is the body. So I have that basic setup, and I use a white background because I don't want to make things very very difficult. So basically, if I am sitting here and you're seeing what is behind me, right, and the camera was ahead of me, you're likely to get a balanced lit image, that doesn't have light on one side or on the other side. So basically, of course, this is a phone impression of what I'm doing, but basically that is a setup. When you walk in here, heavy investment again, as I said, proper camera for the works. This is Canon R5C, so I don't take chances, right? I know I could use smaller resolution cameras, but I don't want to take chances and ruin someone's opportunity. So what I say is, if there's anything that you want to take a risk on, let it not be a photograph that could be taken properly and improve your chances to get this. I think Gary, si nimeongea sana. Are we there?
Hello. Oh, sorry. I had left. Nilikuwa left. So
Yeah.
thank you for that session. So quickly I want us to before I start to show people how to fill the green card itself, kwa sababu hauwezi feel kama una picture. And that's why we wanted to start with you because and I like the way you've demonstrated quite elaborate and to the point, tunawaletea hii chakula tunawatafunia kidogo tuwamezee. Yeah, but there's some people out here wenye hawana access ya photography na nini, and I've seen a lot of YouTuber talk about how you can take a picture, and that's why there's a photo tool on how gives a few secrets za if people wako huko mitaani wanataka hawana uwezo ya kuenda kwa studio, what can you advise them?
So based on the things that we've talked about, number one, you need to be in a well-lit place. Okay, be in a well-lit place. And what I could say is, if you're going to be in a well-lit place, don't stand out in the sun. Okay.
Yeah.
If you look at my face right now, you can see a ray of light cutting, across my face. Yeah. Now that is because of the bulb that is up above my head. But if I move there, my face is evenly lit. Okay, there's nothing that is sharp. There's no ray of light that is hitting me, but it is evenly lit. So that's what you get when you are in a shaded place. All right. And so if you're going to be, if you're not able to access a studio and you must take a picture, then try use natural light from a window. Okay. So put your camera against the window. Okay. And then whatever is in the background is what you need to worry about so that it is not busy. Okay, so if you have a plain background, right, use the light coming from a window because it is a bigger lens. It's like a bigger lens or a bigger source of light, you know, hitting your face. So you don't have parts of you that are highlighted and parts of you that are sharp, you know, that have sharp dark patches. Because again, picha ikiwa na shadows very sharp, then that is also a cause for rejection. That's what I would say. But then I also tell people, like, once you've taken the picture, please just test it to see if it fits the size requirements. It needs to be within the 60 KB to 240 KBs. And of course, if you're in the US, if you're in Washington, I am based in Kent. You can always walk into my studio and we'll take a picture. And you know, we do express service. Before you leave the studio, you have it in your email, so you can go ahead straight to upload it. Umehepatana Gary, should I keep talking? You know, I mean.
Hey, do a live show. Watu wa TikTok mna miss out. Isipokuwa mmeona nikihepa. At least on YouTube I'm able to get out of the studio and come back. But watu wa TikTok, you're missing out, guys. You're missing out because this description you can see it better on our YouTube channel. Nimekimbia upstairs, bro. Nimehoma. I was getting my charger before my phone goes off.
So I was just telling guys, those who are in Washington State,
I could hear you, by the way. I could hear you all the way.
Yeah. So I'm in Kent. You can always walk in and not really walk in. I'm not able to see walk-ins. I usually serve on appointment only. All you need to do is send me a WhatsApp message with your name and tell me what day and time you want to come in specifically. If it's at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday, say the date, day, and the time that you want to come. I'll check with my calendar because, like, right now I can tell you it's been getting busy every day, and as we go towards the last week, it gets even busier. I'm not able to take everyone, so the earlier the better. The last week, again, I must say this, the last week is a bad time to start trying to apply because systems sometimes get clogged up because of last minute people. And so you try to fill out the form and you're on the second stage, and when you're done, you try to submit in a kata, you know.
Yeah.
So it's good to do it early. Don't wait for the last minute. You can WhatsApp me 206-636. Is it okay for me to say that?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Yeah. 206-636-8183. Again, 206-636-8183. Just WhatsApp me. I'll be able to answer you. Some people try to call, and sometimes I get overwhelmed and I may not be able to pick any calls. So I encourage people to just write a WhatsApp message and I'm able to respond to them and track that conversation based on tulifikisha wapi, you know, like what time did we agree on? Because if you tell me on phone, I might not remember everybody. For instance, you call and someone else calls and someone else calls, I cannot remember all of that. But if you text me and we agree on what date and time you're coming in, I can be able to check on the calendar and give you a good response. And that also goes, Gary, to those that also come to studio and they also want me to help them fill out the form, because again, it's not everybody that has maybe a computer near them or a laptop near them, although it's something that you can also use a phone to actually make submissions to. But of course you have to know how to navigate, like where did you save your picture and how to access it. So there are some people that also require assistance with that. And what I will tell you is that to America time is money. If you want to spend my time doing what you want me to do for you, then I'm going to charge for it. So when we communicate via WhatsApp, I tell you how we go about it.
Kabisa.
Thank you.
So guys, by the way, to just make things clear here, Anthony ako Kent, America. That's why tunasema watu wako America pia mnaweza apply green card. Na hamtarudishwa Kenya mkishinda. Mnafanyia tu hapa, mtajitetea hapa na hamuna mashahidi, mtakuwa hapa. So ndio tunaongea Anto yuko Kenya. It's
Yeah.
Kent in Washington. Okay,
Right.
just to
So
make
let me
this
let me
clear, because
let me let me send let me give some word on that. So basically, if you win when you apply the green card and you're in the US and you win, what basically happens is that they communicate with you to inform you that you've won. It's your business to keep checking. There's what is called a bulletin. Okay, they release a bulletin with the dates when you can now apply for change of status. So what you do is you go in to apply for a change of status now from whatever status you're here on. Kama maybe ulikuja now your status is you're on, on an asylum seeker, then you go and apply for change of status. There has been rumor, people telling others that you have to go back to the country. Remember on your application, and this is what I found out over time. Maybe while you are applying, you indicated that the country you live in on the application form, you're going to see it as we go with Gary on this. Where the country you live in, if you said Kenya, then you cannot be trying to appear, from the US, again. So if you said you're in Kenya and you live in Kenya, then they expect you to apply from Kenya. If you're in the US and you're on asylum seeking, then in that case, you apply for a change of status from within here. So basically, that's how it is.
yeah. So guys, if you have any more questions for photographs and all that stuff, ndio tuende to the next station. You cannot apply a green card without a picture. That's number one. I've told you before I came in live, I just
Right.
applied for somebody. Now it took me like 5 minutes or less. It's a very simple process that you don't need to struggle at all. If you want to request live, go to our YouTube channel. I'm gonna post this. Let me post the link. If you wanna ask a question on live YouTube, don't ask on TikTok or any other platform. Go to our YouTube channel. You will see I've posted the link. Click on that link. I will see you on our
Right.
YouTube. Go to our YouTube. You will see a link. As a matter of fact, let me pin that. Let me pin that. Okay, I'm gonna go to YouTube and pin that so that guys can be able to see. Oh, I can do it from here. Yeah, so in the meantime, watu kama mko na maswali ulizeni.
Maswali zikuje. Any questions on photography?
Yeah, ndio
let's deal with
tuende the next thing.
Yep. Maybe as you build your questions, yeah, you can you do due diligence. By the time you start the process, do due diligence so that you have the right information. Don't start and then start to look for other things. Have everything that you require before you start the process, okay? And ensure that whatever it is that you require is easily accessible, because like I said, this system times out. Once you start, it has a limited amount of time that you can be on that application form.
Yeah.
So
I'm so
have
amazed.
all your stuff.
I'm so amazed when I was applying for good of my friend right now, because actually I've been so busy. I've not even this year. I've not gone to the green card site. But today, when that friend of mine asked me for help, I just did it, and I did it. She was telling me on phone, nikajibu, I didn't like log me out. I was so surprised. I'm like, bro, kwani nimefanya mbio aje? The first times you do it like so many times, and it keeps logging you off. The good thing is you're doing on a computer.
Yeah.
If you're doing it on a computer, it at least when you type the first letter, it keeps a memory of whatever you typed.
Depending on the app, depending on the application that you're using. If you're on Chrome, it will remember those. But if you're on Safari, it might not. Also, let me say this. Well, sisi watu wa iMac na MacBook, si ni wa Safari.
I use MacBook.
And you na uko Chrome.
The thing is so slow.
There's something I wanted to say, Gary. It is important if you're also helping someone, the source of the data that you have is very, very important. Now, some people, anytime I'm filling these forms for anybody, I usually ask someone to send me details that is on the picture page of their passport, or their birth certificate. The reason being,
We Mwas, hebu request bwana, nimekuwekea link hapo bro.
right? So the reason being, if you apply with the name order, like say Gary Wainaina Wakamau, you know, and then your passport reads Wainaina Gary Wakamau, the American system sees those as two different people.
Yes.
So, and you do know that if you're applying for a passport, the passport extracts the information from your birth certificate. So if you don't have a passport, supply the information that is on your birth certificate. There are some people that are like you have your parent did not like maybe you were born to your mom at the time she wasn't married and then she got married, okay? And then your dad's name does not appear on the birth certificate, right? You cannot apply and include your dad's name on that application. It needs to appear the way it appears on your birth certificate, all right? Because if you add your dad's name, much as we all know it is, ukiwin alafu uende apply for a passport, watatumia birth certificate. And if the birth certificate doesn't have your dad's name, or the spelling or the order of names is different, then you have a problem. Wakati unajaza ile form ya 260, DS 260, you'll have a problem there. I just had to say that. Yeah.
Yep. It's even though we don't need a passport as a requirement to fill your green card.
Yeah. Very at least use the information on the birth certificate.
Yeah. So that the names they match. Otherwise, if they don't correspond, my friend, you're in hot soup. Because ukashinda na passport unapeleka saa ile saa DS 160, 260. Those are two different people. So we don't want that. We are forewarning you against that.
Right. Tunawawarn
mapema ndio best. Aya, sawa.
Any questions for me?
Okay, before we move on swiftly.
Any questions for me? It looks like there's none. So thank you so much. Remember to follow my studio, Tony Shira Studios, on Facebook, and also you can follow the Tony Shira Show on YouTube, kama uko Jamhuri. And if you're in the US, please subscribe to TCTV1 USA. Thank you so much.
Wazi mkuu. Thank you so much for coming in live. God bless.
I'll be right here in case of anything. I'll be right here.
Sawa, safi, sawa.
Right.
So let me remove this now. Okay, let's now go to another topic. Haya, safi. Sasa moja safi ndio tumeingia sasa kwenye green card lottery. Sasa umekuwa na sasa tuna assume ushapata picha yako moja safi, imepigwa na Tony Shira, imeng'arishwa, hata kama uko na nini na dot kwa uso imeng'arishwa.
We don't retouch photos. Unaweka picha natural vile. Ni vile ukiwa na kadot kanaonekana.
Very fast, nice and easy. Now, right. We assume now you have you're clean. I mean a good passport picture 2x2 American right. Photo size, okay? Sasa tuko tayari ku apply because you must have it. Na especially on digital platform. Kwa sababu you'll be using either your phone to apply the green card or you'll be using your laptop or pale kwa Saiba ama kwa laptop. So you need it digitally, that photo. You don't need like you need the original, but also of course also with the one for online because ndio utaweza tu kuupload on this application.
Let's just say that clearly. It is a digital photo that you need.
Okay? Yep.
If you go to some of these places, unapigwa picha unapewa to hard copies, then you're forced to go and scan. Now, if you go to scan, it loses its quality. Integrity. The photo loses its integrity. And again, for the guys who are in the US, let me just say this without fear of contradiction. hizi ma settings za cameras mingi ziko huku, they are not made for our skin. Inakuwaga ni ngumu kupata picha nzuri huku. So and I've seen them and you've seen them also. So look around and just be sure that you're getting the right deal. So it's a digital photo. If you have a hard copy photo, it can't be used. It has to be scanned, and there's no guarantee that if it's scanned, you're going to get the correct resolutions. So that's just information.
Okay, safi. Hope tunazipata loud and clear. There is somebody. This is actually a good friend of mine, anaitwa Angela Monthe. Anasema ati I have 2 names on my birth certificate and passport. Wait, I have 2 names on birth certificate and passport and 3 on ID. Okay. Sasa my friend, they don't need your ID at any point. Kenyan ID, they don't need it. You'll just need it to enter the embassy. But then after that, the only document they check, because America, it's America you're traveling. So it's the passport that travels. It's not the ID. The ID is your national identity card.
And not the birth certificate.
So a birth certificate, as long as inaendanisha na passport, wewe hata ni naona ndege JKA ukipanda wewe.
atumie majina zenye ziko kwa passport.
Tumia hizo zenye ziko kwa passport, very nice and easy. So now, are you ready now to fill the green card? Because now we have the photo. If you're ready, say I. If you're ready, say I. Okay, you said I saw you saying that. Very nice. And by the way, keep commenting on our YouTube because that's where you can see all my friends. I see a lot of, hey, by the way, TikTok kumejaa bana. Anyway, guys, migrate. TikTok is good. I started this live show 30 minutes earlier on TikTok so that guys can go to our YouTube. But I see there are still new guys coming in because watu wanakujanga na kutoka So migrate to our YouTube channel ndio muweze kuona loud and clear. So I mean the screen. Otherwise on TikTok it's just audio and my video. You can't see the screen, so you'll not be able to. But next time I will have learned how to do it on TikTok as well. You know. So as you can see, the quality on TikTok is very good. Ama ni aje, sunaona? Yep. So moving on swiftly now. So today we'll be filling this green card thing, and green card is one of the ways za kukuja America. It's a lottery. Bahati nasibu. Kuna watu wananiambia nimeapply sijui mara ngapi, sijui nimefanya. My friend, don't worry.
Keep trying, keep doing it.
Keep trying. Yeah, it's better you fail while you have tried already than just assume that ile nilianguka last year. So you just try, you know. You never know. Hii ni mambo ya bahati nasibu, na pia this time God is on your side.
Ipo siku
kati ya masiku
huenda ikawa.
So usikate tamaa ndugu yangu. So unajua the reason ninatilia mkazo ni kwa sababu I've seen a lot of Kenyans who come to Washington. The first person they see is Mkenya Marekani, na anasema nilikuwa nakuona nikiwa hivi vile unaniona saa hii. Anakuja anasema guy, yani nilikuwa nakuona ukisema saizi ni mimi na wewe, tuko na wewe hapa.
Alifanya ile kitu akaja.
So wewe fanya ile kitu, wacha kesi ikuwe mbele, kesi ikuwe baadaye. Pesa tutatafuta baadaye. Green card ni free ku apply, but after hapo ukishashinda sasa malipo yanaanza kuingia pale, okay? So but we're going to go into those details. The first thing is to answer this form, which is a one-page form. One-page form, very simple. What I'll advise you, have all the details ready. Especially jina, usiconfuse jina. Kama uko na watoto wako ama unajazia mtu, kuwa na hizo makaratasi zao. Kama ni hiyo passport ya kuangalia jina, si namba, haitajiki, but ndio usikosee namba alafu mshindi akuwe si mshindi wa hiyo passport uko nayo. You understand? Hata vile zimepangwa, the way they are aligned. If it starts with surname first, don't start with baptismal name. Start the exact way imeanza. So the first thing ukiingia kwa hii website yetu ya DV Lottery, let me go to this I'll need to put it a full screen so that tuone sisi wote.
Yeah, in the meantime naona pale Facebook kuna mtu anasema hello, kuna mwingine anasema following from Doha, Qatar, mwingine anasema studio iko wapi? Studio iko Kent. Studio iko Kent. Just near Fred Meyer in Kent. If you can WhatsApp me, I'll WhatsApp you my address on how to get to me. So or you can just WhatsApp me on 206-636-8183 and I'll guide you on how to get to my studio. It's in Kent. Facebook user anasema good job Wazito. I'm just doing that, Gary, as you organize yourself.
Oh, okay.
To keep, yeah.
Safi. So we are here already. So the first thing ukiingia pale kwa hiyo ka website ka dvprogram.state.gov hii ndio the easiest. Hii link kuna link nyingi but hii ndio link inakupeleka direct kwa hiyo form. This is the link that will take you directly. Kuna ile form inakupelekanga kwa ile green card ya this year, then kama wewe ni wa last year unaangalia you check. No, this one will take you direct to where you need to go, and the first thing you'll see is of course hii kitu huwa inavari. This is a code to just show that you are a human. So that's number 5 and then MB. So remember, this thing is timed. You have to go fast. That's why nakwambia collect all the details you need, especially your names. Ukuwe na birth certificate hapo. Nilikuwa nashindo ni nini hiyo? Okay.
Ni mimi mazin nimeshika kibuyu ya chai, unajua Mkenya na chai ni jina moja.
Yeah. Haya. Safi sana. So let's log in before this thing expires. It expires like unaona hata expire because you have to do it like ASAP. Nimekaa hivyo ndio uone how it is like in real life.
Yeah. Time's out.
So yeah. Na ukiona uelewi unaandika tu hapo. So this is now how the forms look like, okay? Very easy form. By the way, this is the only form that you will ever fill. A very simple 1-page form. It looks like this. Hii hata si kitu ya kusumbukana nayo. Very nice and easy. Very easy. So unaona yenyewe imeandikwa US Department of State Bureau of Consular Affairs. Alafu hapa kando imeandikwa Electronic Diversity Visa Applicant Entry System. Alafu utaona hapo hivyo hizo namba. The reason I'm telling you is because there are so many websites that are fake. Unaona umeitishwa $100 before ufike hapa. Before uklik hapa unaona imeitishwa $100, wengine sijui 150, sijui wengine you know. This form when you're here it's free and it's up to you. You have to fill it. Like right now already nishachelewa. Nikienda kufill sitamaliza, but we'll just fill to show you the details. The other part itakuongezea time ni hapa number of children, which tutafika hapo nitakwambia. Number of children kama uko na watoto 10, unaona sasa utahave kujibu kila mtu na jina zake na time inakimbia. So hapo ndio inakuanga tu na balaa. But kama wewe uko na 0 child, sasa inaenda mbio. But kama uko na watoto wengi tuseme 10 au 15, yenyewe hapo 15 yenyewe ulikuwa serious.
Yeah, and having 0 child, guys, it's important to know if your kid is 21 years and above, you cannot include them here. So hapo unaandika tu 0 kama ni huyo pekee. Yeah, so akifika 21 years hayuko eligible kuapia kwa hii form.
So there are only there are how many things, how many items? There are only 14 items. Na the 14th item ina depend kama una mtoto, form yetu imejazia hapo, imeishia hapo. So number 1 is the entrant information, which is last name. Unaanza na last name, which we normally say surname. Surname unaandika hapo surname yako. For example, we'll just write a random name.
Hata hiyo imetosha.
Okay? So kama una another name, no first name, unasema no first name. Kama hauna middle name, unasema no middle name. Because watu wengine wanakuanga na jina kama 4 hapa za katikati. Kwanza especially the people from the lakeside, they love names. Mtu anaitwa Owor Makodongo, Safaricom Makotiek. alafu Odiek.
Wood Kisumu.
Wood Kisumu. So kuna hizo majina nyingi za katikati hapo, lakini kama hizo jina haziko kwa your passport, haziko kwa your birth certificate, usiziweke. Ndio hapo utasema tu, utaweka tu zile jina exact ziko kwa birth certificate. Na kuna wase wengine middle name ziko utakaa 2 ama 3. Hizo middle name zote utaziweka hapa katikati. Yeah, zitajaa hapa katikati because we've been told last name which is the surname. Okay? And then the middle name unaandika middle name, the first name unaandika pale. Sorry, middle name zitakuwa hapa, sorry. The first name ni yenye tunajua ni baptismal mostly. Most of the time inakuanga baptismal name. So the baptismal name utaiweka hapa kwa first name. Then the middle name ama names utaziweka hapa hivi. Kuna watu wengine nimewaapplya kitambo kidogo walikuwa na majina mengi ya katikati kama majina 2 ama 3. So yeah, tumemaliza name. Kama uko na swali unaweza uliza. Tunaenda kwa gender. Gender hii ni part moja inakuanga tricky especially sahi because nimegundua kuna like many more than 2 genders right now. But my friend, hata kama wewe ni nani ama ni nini, hapa kuna male na female. Itabidi uji-identify into these categories. So it's either you are a male or a female. Hawajaweka hizo zingine zenye tumezisikia na tunazijua. We are not discriminating anyone, but I'm just saying as is, we only have 2 categories of people here.
Yeah, and so it's a required field. So if you leave it,
it's a required field. Because I know those people, they don't want to be either male or female, and they so unfortunately here for you guys, you just have to put male or female, period. Okay, date ya kuzaliwa ambayo in America, if you realize this, the month, the months here come first. Si tumezoea day alafu months alafu year, yani nilizaliwa tarehe hii mwezi hii. Ndio in Kenya, Africa, that's how but here you realize it's confusing a little bit. Inaanza na month, na ukienda China inaanza na mwaka. So everybody, America does its own style of their metric system, and the way of measuring stuff is totally different, is on the other side. So tunaanza na month. Unasema for example ulizaliwa mwezi wa pili ama mwezi wa kwanza, unaandika tu hapo hivyo mwezi wa kwanza. Haya, tarehe tuseme ni 25. Haya, mwaka tuseme ulizaliwa 1488. Wewe bro, wewe ni mzee.
By the way, if you enter a year that is younger than the time that is eligible, haitakubali.
Haitakubali. Yeah, but huyu mzee mazee, ameishi kama bro.
Miaka ameishi mingi.
The city where you were born. Hizi vitu zote ziko kwa your passport,
ziko kwa your certificate na ziko kwa passport.
Yeah. So lazima ziambatane. That's why passport is not required. But
let's tell the people here, Gary. Let's tell the people here. America knows what we know as towns. For the most part in America, they are actually cities. So unaweza kuulizaliwa Thika, ukiona mahali pameandikwa hiyo city, usiandike Nairobi because you are closer to Nairobi city. No, what's on your birth certificate ndio ile pale juu, sio the province, kuna district. So what is on the district, hapo imeandikwa Thika ama imeandikwa Ruiru, andika hiyo Ruiru, that's your city. And then the next spot hapo chini sasa ndio unaweza andika the county, kama ni Kiambu sasa unaandika
Kiambu ama Nairobi. Msikue wale watu wenye tulikuwa tunaenda high school nao, mtu anaishi Kitale lakini anasema anakaa LD. Ama unaishi Rimuru, unaishi Rimuru lakini unasema unakanga na hii.
Yeah. So you could be born, your city of birth, the city you're born in is Limuru, but then it's in the county of Kiambu. So
no, it's in Lari County.
Yeah, whatever. Hakuna Lari County, wewe acha.
Wewe wase wa Limuru bana, msinikujie bana. Wanasema mapoteros, so mapoteros, poteros.
Oh, potatoes.
Haya, safi sana. Mufti sana. Moving on swiftly. Now, tumeenda Bath. Kama pia kuna wase walizaliwa hizo miaka za
1400.
1400. Most of them wajua wengi ni city gani walizaliwa. So unasema Bath city
Unknown.
Hii kitu imekurahisishia kazi sana. Haya, sasa country where you are born. Unajua sasa hapa kuna tofauti ya country where you are born and residing country. Kuna watu wanaishi Qatar, kuna watu wanaishi Saudia. Usiweke country where you are born, andika K, na ukiweka hapa K unaona tunakuja hapo chini ya Kazakhstan. Unaona Kenya pale imeingia. Okay? And because I'm talking to a lot of people from different countries, feel free to just don't write Kenya. Write your country.
Right.
Write your country. Okay? Haya. Now, this is very important to know. Number 6 is basically if your country is not eligible. Na ndio tumesema kuna country zilikuwa na, yani ziko na so many guys already who have come to the US, or their numbers are so huge and they can still come to America but not with lottery. Unaona? Yeah. So kama Nigeria is one of, and actually it's been for many years now so far. Yeah. Right. Nigeria imekuwa out of the list, and many other countries, not just Nigeria, many other countries as well. So but since in Africa we are talking about Africa mostly, so that's why we refer to Nigeria. So Nigeria, you are our brothers and sisters now. Don't take it personal. So yeah, very important. Kenya is eligible. So if you come from Kenya, whether you live in Qatar, whether you live in
tunaona hizo comments mnasema we will try to move as fast as we can. I see Gary, as you prepare for the next quick session down there, I have a question. My birth certificate has no surname, but in my school certificates I have used my mom's name. As we said, use what is in your birth certificate. Exactly the names that are there on your birth certificate. If your mom's name doesn't appear, just leave that out. Just use your own names. Okay. So you'll just use your first name and the middle name, or then the first name and the second name. What would be like, kama unaitwa Emily Wanjiku. Okay, for example, let's say unaitwa Town Sanya. Your first name is Town, the other one is Sanya. And Sanya happens to be your own name, Town ya kubatizwa. You'll just do Sanya as your last name, okay? Because it's a must to have a first name, okay? Yeah. And then Town ikuwe like either the middle name or the baptismal name.
Yep. So now kwa ile kitu yenye Anto alikuwa anaangalia, anasema mambo ya pictures, ndio hapa, na unaweza soma instructions as well. So unakuja tu hapo una click. I will not click here because staki vitu zangu zionekane online zenye nafanya huko. Because of security purpose.
And for those security purposes, as he does that, Edmond Shege, you're asking if the education part you have a diploma, what should you take? So diploma is considered as some university course, so just put some university. So as long as you're past a high school degree, ukona diploma, that is some university.
Yeah, so I think even guys have gone ahead of us.
Yeah.
So mambo ya picha tumemaliza. You just click here, upload. Itakwambia if it's a good picture or not. Itakuonesha green. So alafu hapa hivi pa mailing. This is not important actually. Hii tu ni hii pata na wanafaa green card wanafaa watoe, because there is nothing that they will send to your mailing address ya Kenya. They as in sijumbo no wanaweka hii kitu.
It becomes important Saile. I think wakati unajaza ile DS260, that's when most of the communication now starts to flow between your email and them. So
this is mailing
address.
Point. Mailing address kwanza ni PO box. See email. So I think they want to just see your physical location. But I don't feel it's important. If you don't remember anything here, I feel like as you can feel your post address ile ya high school, ya kanisa, or anything. They will not send anything here. They will not send anything here. Okay. And then of course country, if you don't have a zip code, kwanza Kenya tunakuanga na code ile ya posta.
Postal code, that's what you
postal
use.
code.
Yeah.
But if you don't remember or you don't have, you just put no. You just click there. Okay. Then country, of course, is Kenya. When you click that, there's a drop down. Then you will see Kenya, and you can put Kenya, of course. And if you're from any other country, you can choose any other country that you live. Okay. And then country where you live today. Now, sasa hapa ndio inaingia mambo. Kama uko Marekani, unataka kuapply na uko bado US, now this is your place. You say I'm in United States. Kama uko Dubai, kama uko Saudi Arabia, unaweka pale hivyo. So and then your phone number, which is optional. Your phone number is optional. So it's not, they are not gonna call you. Okay, email address is very important. That's why unaona kuna confirmation. The same email, because this is where hapa wataweza kukurushia something like a confirmation, something. You see, here is very important. Now, maswali zenye walikuwa wameuliza za kama niko high school, primary, nini, hapa ndio unakuja unajibu. Primary, high school, degree, vocational school, hizo zote, you know where you stand. It's good to feel exactly what you have, because sometimes ukienda kufanya siku yenye unaenda kwa embassy wanaweza kukuitisha, you said you have a master's degree. Do you have your certificate? Wanaweza kwa embassy wanaweza kukuuliza. So it's good to feel what you know you have.
Correct.
Usiseme kitu yenye una just for feeling and then ikuletee kushikia white ball pale mbele.
Usiseme ati fake it till you make it.
Hapana. Hapa ni mambo yatabadilika kwa ground.
Yeah. So to the guy asking what the link is, just type dvprogram.state.gov.
Yep.
dvprogram.state.gov. So that's simple.
dvprogram. You can't see. Sorry. Yeah. Nimerudisha fomu. Unajua hii mambo unafanya show na bado unajiproducia. Alafu I'm producing this show to all our platform. I'm streaming to Instagram, TikTok, I'm streaming to everywhere. So guys, my friend, very nice. So
and there was someone that asked me, there's someone that had asked about kutuma picha na WhatsApp. So basically WhatsApp reduces the image size. It has default protocols that reduce the image resolution. So picha inafika ikiwa kitu ka 37 kbs, and remember what I told you, a picture is supposed to be like from 60 kbs to 240 kbs. So ikikuja tu
WhatsApp naona siku hizi wameupload hata video. If you want to send a quality video, you before you send, you change the setting. Wame improve siku hizi. Unaona unaweza change setting ya quality. What you need to send.
Yeah, well, and since sio kila mtu atajua, if you're sending someone a photo for them to apply for you, even the photographer pale kwa studio, mwambia kutumia kwa email, ndio isipoteze resolution in the course of transfers through the applications.
Okay, good. So let's move on. Haya, your current marital status. Kama uko single, unasema ujaolewa ama ujaolewa.
Unmarried. Unmarried.
Usiconfuse maneno. Kama mnaishi na yeye na haja kuoa, unmarried. Kama mnaishi na yeye hata ameenda kuona wazazi wako lakini hamna nini?
Cheti. Hamna cheti cha kuonesha kwamba mumetangamana.
Kama amepeleka rorashio lakini sijui unmarried.
Unmarried.
Wataka kuona karatasi bro.
Right.
Kujua ati tutakanga na yeye miaka sijui. Unmarried bro.
Absolutely.
Hii maswala ni nyeti. Haya.
Yeah.
Alafu alafu kuna issue hapa hivi lazima utasoma kama for example uko separated legally separated, yeah? Lazima usome hapo hivi ujue legal separated is an arrangement when a couple remains married. They are married, yes, but live apart following a court order. So usiseme ati tumeseparate na mtu na hata kwanza mmeoana. Hata kwanza mmeoana.
Ama mmeoana, right? Yeah. You got married and you have a marriage certificate, and then you guys are not agreeing, and you've went separate ways. As long as kotini haijafika ikawapea official separation, you cannot say mko pale pamoja. Uko ile kategoria ya pili pale, married and my spouse is not a US citizen or a US law permanent resident. So
we alafu kuna issue nataka kuongelelea hapo hivyo because for example kama umeoa US citizen, hiyo ndio reason au watu wakuangi eligible ku apply green card because already wewe uko na chance ya kukua, already you are in one way ya become a citizen via spousal visa,
yeah,
which eventually inakuanga ni green card. Bado utapata green card, iko na process yake pia, which one of these days I'll come talk about because a lot of people are getting married to Americans. I mean, yeah. So yeah. I'll bring that as well to kufanya wase understand. Actually wase wananikolingi sana ikifikia ni hapo hivyo. Sasa nafaa kufanyaje? So yeah, we're going to bring that as well so that watu wakae wakiwa kwenye motaratara.
Yeah, probably Gary, what you can also tell the people is that a green card is not actually a physical green card like this. It's that authorization to be a permanent resident, you know.
But you know the card is green, bro.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily ati ufikiria ati tu ni green card. It's that status is what is, you know, regarded to as you know, that lawful permanent residency uko nayo. Yeah.
So moving on, though the green card itself has some green in it. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
they got the name from there. Ama nini? Wajua Americans wanaitanga vitu vile wanajisikia. They call an oval thing football.
Yeah.
Na ni ya mkono, wanarushana na mkono na wanaita football.
Right.
Ukienda kwa undani wanakuambia no, it's not foot. Yani mguu, it's not foot mguu. It's foot. Hii measurement.
Yeah.
It's 6 feet.
40.
Yeah.
Correct.
Tunakanyanga sana man. Anyways.
Yeah. Now na Nancy Kurga tunauliza namba ya Antoni 206-636-8183. 206-636-8183. Tukisonga.
So number of children. Sasa hapa ndio swala nyeti linaingilia. Kama uko na mtoto 0 unasema uko na 0. Ukiwa na watoto tuseme niweke 10 hapa. Ukienda continue, sasa ndio inakuletea box za vile tu tumejaza majina hapa hivi somewhere hapa kwa majina na picha, majina na picha. So you'll need pictures of all those people. Kama ni 4 utanidi picha 4 na utapata boxes za kujibu majina zao, kule wanaishi na vitu kama hizo. Hatutaenda hapo saa for now. But if all said and done, we said 0 here. Means we are done with our form. So if I continue next, itakuletea 2 place. Right now if I continue, we already delayed too much. Isha expire, so we'll have to start afresh. But anyway,
right.
This is basically how to fill a green card, and when we are here, if you press continue, it just bring now the full form ya kuonesha the details zenye umejaza, kama kuna anything una need to correct and then hapo chini hapa itakwambia submit.
Right.
Bas inakuletea confirmation number ambayo utaiweka. Hiyo ndio confirmation number ambayo uta need May next year. The reason inaitwa Green Card Lottery 2025 is because you play today, but if we're talking about coming to US, utakuja hapa maybe 2025 or after
Correct.
2025, because
Yeah.
it depends with many things. Maybe the number of applicants, the backlog, na vitu kama hizo, and then also your number, kama number iko too high, unaona kufikiwa inakuwa balaa, but it's as easy as this. So
Right.
this is a very huge chance for you to come. Now, winning a green card does not mean that everything now utakuwa unapatiwa in a silver platter. In America, hustle ni the same. Hustle ni the same, but is you will start on a better place, because unaweza kuja na uanze kuwork. You can compete with, if you're qualified, you can start even competing with American jobs into the different markets. Kama utaki kufanya market yenye Wakenya wengi wanafanya, you can start in your own market. This is our land of opportunity, so you can become yourself, but it doesn't matter however way you came, ati utakuwa bado suppressed. Njia ni nyingi za kushika panya, sitaki kusema kumuua.
Right. So I see Edmund Chege, you're asking, can we repeat the part where you have two names, please, like mine are Chege Kibugi? So basically what we're saying, last name is a must, which is the family name.
Yeah,
it's a must.
hiyo ni a must.
Okay.
Hiyo ni a
So
must.
that is the Kibugi now,
Yeah.
that is the one that you maliza your name with, Kibugi. And then the first name would be Chege, or you can use it as your first name ama the middle name, but mostly first name itakuwa ni ile ya kubatizwa. A lot of times I see the Kizungu one. The middle name, so if you can click no first name sababu hujapatizwa, then middle name uandike hiyo Kibugi, Chege, and then the last name ikuwe ni Kibugi, or the family name is Kibugi. So basically that. For naona Mary Waimu anauliza
Oh, okay.
Mary anauliza, mtu akikosa kujaza kids then akiwin atake kujaza watoto itakuwaje? You cannot.
Yeah.
Okay. If you do not include them on this form right now, as you make the application, when you win, we kuja.
Yeah.
Then
kesi
deal with that story ukiwa huku, kesi baadaye. Wacha tufikishe tu hapo.
Ukishavuka daraja.
Wacha tufikishe tu hapo.
Yesu ni daraja.
If you have CNA, does that fit in any education level? Well, some universities, so like we said, once you're done with high school and you've gone to college, that counts, but it might not be very
CNA will not count. Let me just be outright with this.
It will not
CNA will not
be
count.
Yeah.
Will not count because it's a course. It's like a skill.
Yeah.
It's like ni kama like ufanye program ya computer.
Right.
Utasema sasa hiyo ni college.
Yeah.
So always sema is not college, inamaanisha kitu ya 4 years. System vile iko system ya 4. High school ni 4 years, primary 8 years, university university depending na kama ni accelerated whatever program, but iko certified, like unaweza onesha transcript useme nimeenda university.
Right.
But CNA is a course. Is like
andika tu. So it's basically they ask you for the highest level of education. So basically, CNA is a skills kind of training that you get. I see Mary Wairimu anauliza, na kama kuna baby mama ama baby daddy, do you include the kids? Gary, unaelewa hiyo swali?
Hey, wacha niende kwa hiyo swali tena. Hiyo swali iko wapi?
Ati na kama kuna baby mama ama baby daddy, do you include the kids? So here's the thing. Whether as long as ni mtoi wako, right? As long as ni mtoto wako, include them and supply their picture. You're actually required on the form. If you go to where you are filling mambo ya watoto, it is required that even if you have those kids not living with you, so it says children include all biological children, legally adopted children, and stepchildren who are unmarried and are under the age of 21 on the date you submit your entry. You must include all eligible children even if they do not live with you or if they do not intend to apply for a DV as your derivative. Failure to list all eligible children is grounds for disqualification. If your child is a US citizen or lawful permanent resident, do not list them. Right. So
Yeah.
I understand where this question is coming from, because sometimes when relations go south, you're not even in talking terms with your baby mama or your baby daddy, and so you don't have like access to picha ya watoi. Just do what you have to do. Mpigie tu story, mpigie simu, enda muongee, get the photos za watoi, include your toys if you're applying. Otherwise, if you skip
By
them,
by the way,
wachane tu nao.
as we speak, if you want to ask a question live, like verbally, you're most welcome to do so before we close this show. Just a request pale, link iko kwa YouTube ya Mkenya Marekani. Go right there and then you click, nitakuona. Yeah, no, nikikuona, I'll tell you how to come in. So so if you need to
Nancy,
ask any question, yeah, definitely.
Nancy,
Go
high
ahead.
school is okay. Yeah, high school is okay. Where you come to feel the highest level of education, it says primary school, high school. High school no degree ni mtu alienda high school na hakumaliza. Then kuna yule alimaliza high school, hiyo ni high school degree. Then there's the one that went to a vocational college. Again, you include that, some university courses for other college courses or levels, and then university. So all that is fine. Mailing address buda ni PO Box. PO Box something something,
Yeah,
tao
yeah.
gani, and the postal code. Weka hiyo.
So mazee, na usingoje sana ati mpaka saa zile tunaenda kunini bana, tunaenda kumaliza mambo ya masuala ya green card ndio unaanza kimbishana. Hey, sijapiga picha bro. Hey, sijui bro.
Yeah,
Hii mapema ndio best.
Mapema ndio best. In fact,
Yeah.
like if you look at that application every other time as the days go by, kuna kuwaga na limited time inaoneshaga like the amount of time it can give you to like have been complete with it,
Yeah.
based on the burden in terms of how many people are applying. I can tell you guys, for the years that I've been doing this, the last week is crazy. I do remember in 2021, I think in 2021 nilisukumana na hii kitu mpaka the last minute, nikabaki na records za watu kaa wanne that I could not put through because system ilikuwa clogged, you know. You try all the hacks, hakuna ile ina work, you know. So just don't wait for the last minute. Gather everything that you need. Nowadays you can walk into any studio, wako na spaces mzuri za kupiga picha. Even some of those exhibitions in the city, unapata they have some basic good good photos that you can get out of there, you know, so you can get it. No, kuna anyone in Kenya can assist in birth certificates and a Sheria House. Birth certificates zinatokaga Sheria House. Enda pale kwa reception
Kenya bora kuna pesa. Kenya bora kuna pesa, kila kitu inawezekana. Ikiwa kuna lawyer amekuwa huko for
well, I will take sitafuata hiyo line ya Gary, but enda Sheria House, hapo ndio certificates zinatokaga.
Leo kwanza niliona leo daktari amekuwa akikuwa daktari for over 15 years. Daktari ilikuwa kwa NTV leo.
Na pilot 12 years.
But Kenya ni inchi. Kenya ni inchi na nusu bana. Kenya
lazima tu fix hii nation. Lazima tu fix hii nation.
It's amazing, man.
Enda Sheria House. Okay, basically here's the thing. Let me tell you what happens, and I'll tell you as someone that worked. I worked for the government of Kenya at some point. I won't tell you which department, but it was close to that one. Then yenye mnauliza. So every process iko na there are circumstances that can make your issue be expedited depending on the urgency. Hata passport, hata kama inachukua 7 days ama 3 weeks ama 1 month, depending on the urgency and the case on a case by case basis. Okay, but what I've noticed is that people like to wait until the last minute hiyo ndio time wanaanza kuhangaika. For example, if you're already applying for a green card this time, don't stop at just submitting the green card application. Okay, yeah, they are not asking for a passport now, but already umeonesha uko na hiyo intention ya kutravel someday. So go ahead, enda Nyayo House sahi, hakuna haraka, hakuna speedy, enda uapply for your passport. Then wacha ifuate tu process ya kawaida, pole. You will get it when you don't have any rush. You know, other than wait saa ile umepata kasafari, sasa ndio unaanza kukimbizana kwenda kutafuta passport ama kutafuta birth certificate. So go over there, go enda pale Attorney General's office and explain yourself. If they find your case needing, they will help you.
Yep, definitely.
Nyamakema tumewasalimia na sisi tumesalimika kutoka hapa Washington.
Safi. Nyamakema tuned in. Very nice. Choma nyama tunakuja bro.
Tunakuja hapo na Priscilla Waimani tupige ile ndani ya Nyamakema. Ndani ya Nyamakema.
Ndani ya Nyamakema.
Tunasija.
Nice one. So, I believe guys we've all benefited from this session. So, kama kuna wasi wako na maswali, we're going to bring this to a closure. But I think from this, and the video will be there. You can go watch it, rewatch it. If you have any question, refer to the video. You will always be helped, you know. And pia Tony yuko hapa, niko hapa. You can always shoot your questions. Pali tunaweza tunajibu. Usikuje na hi. Unajua kuna mtu anakuambianga hi kama 3000 times bana. Bro, ati hi. Hi.
Sema tu.
Let me introduce yourself. I'm so and so nini. I want this and this and bas. Hiyo ni kitu utakuwa interested now. Lakini hi bro. Mimi ndakwambia tena hi. Tena urudi niambie hey.
Si kusema hatupendi salamu, lakini save on that and just go to the point. Introduce yourself and say what you need.
Yeah.
And tutasalimika and then respond as vile tunaweza.
Yep. So sijui kama kuna mtu ako na swali. Let me check on my TikTok, man.
Yeah, as you do that, I'm reading. Huyu ati kuna mtu anasema hi. Haya.
Can you kneel down? Mary, can you kneel down?
Okay, Mark, naona unauliza if you fill in capital letters. It doesn't matter whether you fill in capital letters or on small letters. Most important thing is the ukifika pale kwa email. But I usually say, like, you know, start all, if you're writing names, you know, proper English grammar requires you start a name or you start names with capital letters, and then, you know, the rest go small. But even if you fill it in capital letters, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
So sawa mazee, wasee wangu wa power, ladies and gentlemen, ni 12 am hapa hivi. Mimi hata sikuwa nimewachilia huyu jamaa atakaa hivi sana, but si tumpigie makofi ya kilo tafadhali.
Nashukuruni, huduma kwa jamii, huduma kwa Wakenya bana, lazima tu
Huduma center ya America ndio hii
hapa. Sasa tuko Huduma Center vibaya sana. Na leo Huduma Day ya huduma ilikuwa ni last 10 days ago.
Yeah.
It was Huduma Day. Yeah. The Utamaduni Day was also Huduma Day.
Oh.
Yeah, so si tumechelewesha, tunasherehekea what is today? Mashujaa Day. So we are doing Mashujaa Day
behind.
Doing huduma for you guys. So anything we can do to help you guys. Asante sana kwa makofi, and we really appreciate. Thank you so much from Houston. Pia tunashukuru. Yeah.
Haya. So show imeishia hapo. Ladies and gentlemen, go subscribe to Anthony Chira YouTube pale hivyo. before
The Tony
tuende.
Shira show, the Tony
Yeah.
Shira show. Kama uko Jamhuri, the Tony Shira show. By the way, I did a second interview with Lee Njiro, EBS, the former presidential press unit director. He just left Oregon yesterday. So hiyo interview inakuja kwenu by Friday. It will be on the Tony Shira show. If you're in the US, log into YouTube and go to TCTV1 USA. Hiyo ndio yetu ya diaspora na mambo za hapa.
Very nice. Safi safi.
Shukran.
So cheers mazee for coming through.
Appreciate it, man.
Tawasiliana man. Imekuwa fiti.
Absolutely. Let's do this again.
Definitely. Wazi man.
Cheers, man. Cheers, man. Appreciate it.
Wazi.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the show. Beautiful time we've had. Mazee, kama uja apply green card, utaniambia unafanya nini? Kwani ni kesho? Apply sahi very fast. Kama mimi ni wewe. Yani kama wewe ni mimi ama ni gari inakuja fast. Kama mimi ni wewe. Ningefanya ile kitu. Lakini kwa sababu mimi si wewe, sijui nitafanyaje. Hey. So guys, mazee sitaki uniambie Gary bana, si mtu invite huko. Ndio inakuinvite. So wewe fanya ile kitu, tia bidii bana bro, tia bidii tufanye ile kitu, alafu tujue inakuwa ni aje ama ni aje. So sitakuwa na mengi ya kusema sahi for now. Cheers. God bless you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Mkenya Marekani. Follow us on all social media platforms. Tuko kwenye TikTok, tuko kwenye Instagram, tuko kwenye TikTok nishasema, Twitter. Ambayo siku hizi inaitwa X. So tuko kwa channel zote. Alafu Georges anasema ati huku ni 3 am. Okay, sawa. Enyewe nyinyi laleni bro. Sawa. So cheers, tutakuwa na come live kidogo hivi na hapa na pale, different timings. So you have to click on the bell so that anytime tunakuja live you are able to be notified na unatupata loud and clear. Otherwise usipoclick hiyo kengele mazee, utakuwa unatupata. So ni poa, muhimu sana uklik kengele ndio uweze kutupata, cause I don't choose the time to come. Sasa nikipatikana na kuja Amerika, mambo ni mengi, mambo si matatu, mambo ni zaidi ya matatu. Hapa namna gani my friend? But nawapenda sana wazee. Thank you so much for you build Mkenya Marekani mazee. Saizi tunapiga advertisement. So if you have any other stories apart from the green card, especially watu huku America na mko na business, mko na mazee, Mkenya Marekani ina advertise. Wewe unasema nini? Ina advertise. So ukiwa na biashara yoyote, tuambie, tunakuja tunapiga pale content, tunachapa advertisement. Alafu mambo inakuwa shwari. Na hapo ni marehi ni mafashirie. Okay, so Sunday, there's one quick announcement I want to do. This Sunday we are live at Charles Wachira Lounge. Charles Wachira atakuwa pale na lounge moja kubwa sana. Let me see if I can bring that on the screen before I leave. Actually, very nice. I have to Wachira is one of our friends here. In fact, we will be planning to do a show with him. So Charles Wachira atakuwa na show. I don't have his poster here. Anyway, itakuwa this Sunday from 2 p.m. pale Tacoma not South Center. Itakuwa Star Center. So come there. Jeremy Damaris atakuwa MC. Tutakuwa na Jeremy Damaris, tutakuwa na MC. Kutakuwa na wasanii wakubwa wa hapa Seattle na outside Seattle. So mazee, kujeni to support Mr. Charles Wachira ambaye amekuja sana kwa Mkenya Marekani. Nyinyi wengi mmemuonea pale ndani ya Mkenya Marekani. So let's all come na pia kama uko idol, kuja ufurahie maisha bwana. Sema America ni kufanya kazi tunafanyanga, pata time off, ukuje usirereke kidogo, ufurahie maisha noma ya na tutukuze Bwana. Ama vipi? Ati would it be appropriate to feel as single? Yeah, if you're single, you feel as single. Yeah, please talk to those of us who those of us in Come We Stay and our partners would not want to solemnize the union. How do we go? Wow. Hapo ni ngumu. Hapo ni hard. Hapo hivyo ni hard sasa. Hapo ni hard. Yeah? Hapo ni hard. Mi nasemanga ukiona msena mnapendana, eri ukuange na kale ka certificate ka serikali, hata kama mfanyi nini, because hiyo karatasi ndio inamaanisha hata huyo mtu anaweza kuwa next of kin or something. Sasa kama okay, enye hapo ni pangu, hiyo ni maoni makwa. Lakini ukikuwa na mtu na unaona kama mnapelekana, eri mkuwe tu na ka certificate just in case. Yeah, just in case. Si lazima ufanye harusi ya church. Yeah, unaweza chukua tu certificate ya serikali, because that is what is recognized actually. Yeah, that is what is. Kanisa ni kwenda kubarikiwa, lakini is certificate ya serikali. Actually, you do know marriage is not a church thing as a government thing. It's mostly a government thing, because certificate ya kanisa ijulikani, hiyo ni ya kuprintiwa, lakini ya serikali ndio inamata kwa marriage. Yeah, that's why all officiants wa harusi, because huku in America I've realized there are people who officiate weddings and they are not pastors. Kazi yao ni ku-officiate pastor. Si mapasta, ni mtu akimaliza anapiga mamonzo zake pale kando. They are not pastors. Yeah, so it's mostly a government thing. It's mostly a government thing. That's why unaonanga hiyo karatasi ya serikali, it matters a lot. Yeah, now ukidivorce, you don't get a certificate from the church, you get a certificate from the government. So it's marriage for me is mostly a government thing. Yeah. So if you get a certificate ambao pale Nyayo House, no, not Nyayo House, Sheria House, it's like 800 or 1,500 Kenya shillings. I'm not very sure right now, but it should not be above 1,500. Na unapata certificate ile legal ya harusi yenye sasa kumaanisha mmeoana. Yeah, so ni ya muhimu sana, otherwise America hiyo ndio karatasi inatambulika mmeoana. Kitu ingine hapana tambua. So guys, let's call it a day. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. May God bless you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you love us more and you've already subscribed, you can become a member. A member, it means you'll be paying something small. There is a $1, there is $3, there is $5, there is $10, there is $50, there is $100. Whatever you feel is comfortable for you. Kusupport ile kazi tunafanya. Kama umesikia unajua America, hata ukienda restaurante na umeshalipa, kuna kitu naitanga tip, lazima uandike tip, imagine, na umeshalipa. So we giving you information, so shokia guoko brother, rudisha mkono. So other than that, cheers man, may God bless you. Tuonane baadaye, majaliwa inshallah, barakatele. God bless you.